Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Stock Talk Thursday. It is February 10th. I'm coming to you pre-recorded today, so not quite live, but pretty close. Pre-recorded today, and we're just going to do the same normal thing that we normally do. I just won't be able to see your comments and questions live, but I'll be able to, comment on them or answer some questions later on. So let's just jump right in here and see what we got going on. All right. Sorry, I need to make one adjustment here. There we go. Now I can share the chart. Okay, there it is. All right, there's a little computer error on my part. Here we go. So we have still got our squirrel market going on, right? Nothing has changed here. Remember the last couple of weeks we've been talking about that squirrel market not really having an edge. What's going on? We do have that higher low that put in here and used the 200 simple as support, but it did run right up against our downtrending resistance line, and today retested that line and came back down with conviction. With that as well, we kind of made a double top here. So you might have that M pattern forming, which could suggest some more downward pressure. And if we do continue down, break through this 200 day level right here, that might just confirm that we have finally now our downtrending resistance line in the right place. And if we keep coming down and make, blow through the 4,300 level here and make even lower lows, that might be a time where we start looking at, do we get rid of the squirrel market and declare a bear market? We're not there yet. We got several things, obviously, that still need to happen, but that's kind of what we're looking at as far as that goes. All right, so that's your quick market update. Let's take a look at what was hot and what was not last week. You remember last week we looked at what was hot, and we were looking at WY, which was real estate. And of course, because real estate, if anything's been hot, it's been the crazy house prices, right? And we put this line up here, and take a look at this. This is so cool. I haven't looked at this yet, guys. So we put this line up here, and it's like, well, yeah, I think it was this day somewhere in there. Maybe it's as hot as it was going to get, and it did come back down, put in a little bounce off the 10-day, pushed up, and yesterday. Very clearly, jumped up above that line, and then today came back down, retested that line as support and pushed back up. So WY is still hot. And let me zoom out because this is a really big line I have in here. How much? Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got a bounce down off of that line almost a year ago. Let's look at a 3-year chart. Okay, so it's just that. So we have this historical resistance line, and just in the last 2 days, this is pretty exciting, guys. Just in the last 2 days, we have jumped up above that and have now made all-time highs on WY, and might be turning this old resistance line into support. So rest assured, WY is still a hot stock. If it were to maybe move sideways a little bit, rest along this maybe now new support line, and then put in a bounce, that could be, there could be some decent trading opportunities coming up in there. So good one to watch. Last week, our not hot stock was Facebook, and you guys remember why I said they had all these terrible reports after earnings and everything, and the total users was going down. So let's see how Facebook's been faring. All right, so there's that massive drop on Facebook, right? They had lost, was it $220 billion of valuation? Billion with a B, is crazy. So they lost that, and then they didn't really get any better. The next day, they closed about the same, and then this was Monday, went down again, Tuesday down again. Last couple days up a little bit here, but getting bogged down by the 5-day EMA. So whenever you have a stock that's just getting pushed down by the 5-day exponential moving average, that is a not hot stock. So Facebook's still not hot. All right, let's take a look at what is hot right now. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at, well, first let's take a look at the market. I want to show you something. Let's look at the last 6 months. Actually, let's choose the year version right here. Okay, this is what I want to draw your attention to. Ever since right about here, this is September, about September time frame, this whole area has been extremely volatile and tough to trade. Even though it made a nice run up here in October, for the most part, the last 6 months or so have been extremely difficult trading. We've been in multiple squirrel markets. It's been very volatile. We've had very little edge like what we're used to. And so this is what I want to draw your attention to. So I want to take a look now at what are some stocks that have actually been doing well in the last 6 months. So now we come back to market, and on here within the sector chart, we've either done month or week or even day sometimes, but I'm going to go all the way to 6 months. And wow, look at that. In the last 6 months, there is one clear winner as far as sectors, and that would be energy. Energy through the roof there, doing fantastic. Now, I know what you're saying. You might be thinking this like, oh, another energy stock? It always seems to be an energy stock. We haven't always picked an energy stock for the hot stock, but it has been several times. And maybe you should take note of that. Like maybe there's a reason. Maybe that's, if you're looking to be bullish in a market environment that we are in now, maybe that's the type of sector that you want to be trading in if you want to be bullish, because energy hasn't really been paying attention to what the overall market tone is. It's been doing its own thing. So there you have it. We have another energy stock again. And a lot of green on here, a lot of things to choose from. I'm just going to go ahead and make it simple for you today. We're going to choose APA and take a look at this chart. APA, very nice growth going on here. Don't worry about that line right there. That's a staged trade that I had put on in the last teaching webinar that I did. So you look at APA, and in the last 6 months, it's made almost a 90% increase. That's pretty significant. You look at it, remember what the overall market did, right? Very tough to trade, very all over the place, multiple squirrel markets. Meanwhile, APA is like, oh, I'll just go up 90%. That's pretty crazy, right? And let's look at it. I always like to look and see how low was it during the COVID crash. Where is it now? COVID crash, boom, right down here, right? And it was down at like $3.70, somewhere in that range. Right now, we're up almost tenfold. Almost tenfold. That's pretty crazy. And you might be looking at this, and this line right here, of course, is in my way a little bit, but whoops. We might be approaching a little bit of an all-time resistance right here. Let me drop right there, horizontal line. So this long-term resistance right here could be a factor to consider. Will it be able to continue pushing? I mean, WY just did, right? Remember last week, we had WY, and that was also approaching all-time highs and previous resistance. And but it was able to push up. So we'll have to see if APA can as well. But not only did I want to zoom out to a 3-year weekly view, let's do something interesting here. Let's look at a 10-year weekly view. So you do this and look at this. All of a sudden, check this chart out. This thing's been downtrending for the most part of the last decade. Does that mean that it's not hot? Well, if you look at the last decade, it hasn't been, but Again, the last 3 years, it has absolutely been hot. And I would even say that means that, hey, if it's been this high before, it could go there again. So a lot of room for growth, a lot of potential there. All right, let's take a look at what is not hot. Now, I found this stock a little differently than our normal way. I'm not going to jump through all the hoops right now to get there, but I'll basically share with you what I did. I used a screener in here. You just right there, find, hit screener, and there's different ways you can filter stocks based off of different parameters. And I used a screener that is specific to one of our strategies that we teach. A strategy based off of specific patterns when they tend to gap a lot. And this happens a lot during earnings. And so this is how I found our what is not hot stock today. That was TWOU, 2U Inc. And let's go back to let's do this one. 3-month daily. All right, here we go. Check this out. Earnings. They were predicting 60 cents loss earnings per share. Good news. They only lost 50 cents. So they actually beat earnings quite a bit, even though they lost a lot of money, but they thought they were going to lose even more money. And well, regardless, the stock dropped quite a bit. You can just see it on the screen here. I don't have to elaborate too much. Yesterday, it closed up near 18. Today, it closed almost half that. So TWOU is our not hot stock. And let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, right? So you can see it's been downtrending for most of this last year. And let's zoom out one more time. Look at a 3-year weekly. And I found this kind of funny. Look at this. This is a few years ago now, but massive drop here on earnings. Again, a good earnings report, sort of, although they were, again, predicting to lose money and they just lost less money. And then the next earnings report, a massive drop again. So and check this out. I didn't even catch this before. Let's drop a horizontal line right about there. See that significance right there? That would have been on the weekly chart. That would have been some support right here, some support, but it moved up. And then today it blew through that support. So this line right here is no longer support. It has broken that and blown through, even showing more how not hot TWOU is. So that is our not hot stock for the day. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's Stock Talk Thursday. Want to let you guys know about tomorrow and Saturday, offering a step 1 start your journey. It's a stock trading class. Tradeway is putting on. I've told you guys about this before last couple weeks. Go to tradeway.com, find the red button in the middle. Says step 1, start your journey. Click on that. You can register. But guess what? There's a surprise. I didn't even know this was coming until yesterday or something like that. We are offering that for free. We've never done this before. Completely caught me off guard. Usually it's 97, 99 bucks, something like that. We are offering it for free this time only. Valentine's Day gift. There you go. So tomorrow and Saturday, we will be starting class at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So if you have any interest, please join us there. We'd love to help you. We'd love to teach you. We'd love to do this with you. Thank you guys so much. We hope to see you tomorrow.